it's on the nights. We are live.
This is Dewoh,
Hey yo, listen.
broadcasting from Manhattan, Kansas. Dewoh.com.
Just what makes that little old ant think he'll move that rubber tree plant? Anyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky hopes. So anytime you're getting low, instead of letting go, just remember that ant. Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
Go ahead and just say it now.
The smart thing is to prepare for the unexpected.
Howdy, hey everybody, and welcome to another glorious episode of High Hopes, the self-improvement show that your family wouldn't suggest. As always in the bedroom studio, my name is Cameron, your host. Make sure to follow the episodes in between the episodes on Twitter. That's at Wolf1, WOHLF, the number 1. Also in the ever-so ventilated bedroom studio tonight, Katrina. Katrina, how the hell are you?
I'm feeling ventilated. I'm feeling refreshed.
So ventilated right now.
It's like, that's not the word I want to use. The air is definitely circulating
Yes.
tonight, which I can appreciate.
Yes,
It's not going to
yes.
make me so angry.
Familia
Suffocating.
is out of the house, so nobody else is using the internet right now. And the dogs are fairly in a comatose state right now.
So far.
So we have the bedroom studio door wide open. We have a window open.
Yeah,
So
well,
if
you can see the curtains rustling.
Yeah,
All of
yeah.
a sudden, I got blinded by the
If
light.
you're watching on YouTube right now,
There it
you
goes.
can see the light.
We're
shining through.
also in a tornado watch
Yeah.
right now. I mean, so far I think we'll be able to get through the show. It's not like actively raining.
Right. Well, it looked pretty sketchy earlier.
It did. Well, then it would like downpour for like a minute, and then it would quit. And the sun was shining again, la la la. Which supposedly that's what makes the storms more severe. The more like it does that. I don't know.
We'll call that
I'm
science
not a
from
science.
now.
I'm not a scientist.
Science.
Or-
Anyways, today on the show, we're going to talk about how to step up to a challenge.
I like that. I could
Yeah.
use that.
Yeah. I'm going to
backbone
mostly
in my
tell
life.
you to
Just don't say no.
bring a sword of some kind. Maybe a bright blue one. That is very bright.
No, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, whoa, where did that
Yeah,
light
bring
come
a
from?
Bright
But is that
sword
like?
with
Is
you.
it like a? It is like a glass. It's just
Yeah,
like an
no.
LED light. That's all
this,
it is.
This is strong enough. Well, I don't know what's on the inside actually, but this is strong enough that you can. It's quote battle ready. For those of you who
But
are
it's not gonna slice things open. Let's be real.
I don't know if I hit you hard enough with it. It might slice something open, like break a bone. That's like slice an open bone.
Yeah, okay.
No. The guys
If you're
told
really
me.
lucky, you'll make a bone split out open.
Well, exactly. That's
No,
that's breaking.
that's what you're
enough.
trying to get. Yeah, no.
Yeah. No. This
I don't
definitely
believe you.
can. This is supposed to be thick enough that you will break a person before you break the sword.
I don't know who to test that on, but I feel like we need to test this.
We can definitely test it. By the way, for those of you not watching the video feed, I just pulled out my Ultra Sabers lightsaber. I'm a little bit
You're
drunk
cool.
on stupid.
Yeah, you've had quite the rough evening.
It's been a rough week for me. So
it's
I'm
only
still,
I mean, it's hump day.
I'm still recuperating.
Do you have
from-
any shenanigans planned for your hump day?
I don't have any shenanigans planned. I don't think I'll have shenanigans planned for a long, long time from now.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Is someone becoming abstinent?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. The world's a-changing, and I'm scared and frightened, and I don't know what to do.
I feel like I want to dive into this more, but
Well-
I'm also really scared.
Don't worry. There will be a time and a day when we talk about why.
He's got
Yeah.
the steeds.
Yep. There are reasons for shenanigans, and we will get into those shenanigans at a later date.
Oh,
But
you're
for
still
today,
coping. You're
yeah,
still
I'm still figuring things out.
okay, today.
So for today, I want to let you guys know that you can support the show now because you guys got us so famous all of a sudden. We have sponsors.
What?
The sponsors will be in the downloadable links down below. You just got to hit those links.
I've never been able to do that.
Find something that suits you, and then if you purchase the book or the product of some sort, we get a lot of that money.
Yeah, you should do that. I should do that.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to do that.
So make sure to check out the links, find out which ones you like. I think 2 of the ones we have today, one of them is a book on how to draw dogs better, or just animals in general, how to be a better animal
like an artist.
And then another one is a video series course on how to play the piano.
I'll take the piano over
And
drawing.
there's a third one, and I don't remember what that one's about.
Next
but it
week
doesn't matter.
that should be part of your show prep.
No, it doesn't matter, because I'm not supposed to actually say it during the show. Just the fact that there's something there.
Okay, well, there is something there.
There's something there. But I told you guys because, whatever. I didn't say the names or anything.
Well, it's okay.
Words. Anyway.
Yeah, well, let's move on before you say them.
So make sure to check out those links down below. Music-wise, anything new in your life?
No, but I have a dare for you.
I can't wait.
And I'm also scared because it's not going to turn out the way I want it to.
I can only imagine it won't.
Okay, so I've been really sick of the radio lately, and I've
Great.
been in a mood because obviously the last few times you asked me about music, I'm like, no. But I would really like to entrust my Pandora playlist with you, and I would love to get your input, but specifically really just with my all-time low one, even though it pretty much just plays music.
So you want me to like...
I want you to listen to my Pandora.
Okay.
My Pandora. And
see what I
and
think.
critique it.
And critique it.
Well, I mean, I would say you can only say good things about it, but I know you better than that, so that's from like you're gonna say whatever you want.
Okay, we'll do a segment on that sometime.
Sometime.
Because
So that
what'll
means
happen?
no.
Because we can't play the songs on the show.
No.
So what I'll have to do is go through your Pandora list, listen to some songs that pop up just on the random, and then place judgment at a later
those.
time based on what I've heard.
Exactly. And there's really only like 2 or 3 playlists that I want you to listen to.
Okay.
Like, obviously, I'm not going to make you listen to the country one or the Christian one.
Great.
So,
Great.
and that I think some of Mark's have inadvertently like meshed with mine.
Good.
Because I notice when I play it, like all of a sudden his
Do you
will
guys
come
share
up.
an account?
No.
Well, then how does it pop
I
up?
don't know. But that's where all of a sudden I was going to try and change playlists today on my drive, and it had like Hall & Oates up there. And I'm like,
Well,
what?
something must be
I
similar
didn't-
enough to
I don't
pull
know.
in.
Well, I think it's just because, well, his TV box, I think sometimes we switch so much that it just kind of like, I don't know. It's weird.
Well, they're not melding accounts.
No. Well, right. I'm like, I don't know how
So
that's
there's something
happening.
that's
But like
happening on your
his
account.
Josh Turner, yes, Josh Turner, account is on mine, or his playlist is on mine.
We
and there's
probably
something
used
else.
your account at some point.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I know I made a Marshall Tucker band on his account. But anyway, okay.
To her,
We'll
it's
figure
Black
that out
Magic.
later.
Anyway, so okay. Music-wise, the last thing that I listened to was Shiver Shiver by Walk the Moon, I think.
Oh, I like that song.
I think that was
do
literally
like
the
that
last
song.
song I listened to, like 2 hours ago.
I really like that song.
So, yeah, I mean, Walk the Moon is generally pretty good.
Yeah, it's that,
I dig
like
'em.
just the fact that I recognize that band. I
Yep.
know there was also on the radio station we listened to, they had some girl that she only has her music on Spotify right now. I don't think she has an album out, but she's going cross country. She did a drop in, and she has a gorgeous voice. Just pure
Was that today?
acapella, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to catch that. I caught like the opening to it.
I caught
but
the ending to it,
I
so
didn't
it works.
get to. I didn't get to listen to her.
But I
actually
didn't catch
talk
her.
at
I
all.
didn't catch her name.
Yeah,
so that's where I suck.
All I know is that it was hard to say, apparently. So,
Yeah.
but movie-wise, anything new in the movie world? For you?
I almost missed my opportunity. I went with a girlfriend to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I also went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, you're a liar.
No, I really did.
No, I get there and I was super late because I'm an idiot.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, the movie sold out. She's like, no, it's not. I saved you a seat. So she ended up having to get like one of like
Nice.
their bus boys or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, there's a seat. We'll get you in. You're not supposed to save seats. And she's like, she wasn't supposed to be late.
Wait, what theater was it that didn't have?
It was
Because so many theaters in our area have assigned seating now.
yeah,
like a
it
lot
was
of them.
the AMC, and it's up north of Johnson Drive, so it's up closer to downtown, like by 35 in
Weird.
Antioch. It's just kind of off
Oh.
that to the right a little
Yeah,
bit.
I don't go to that one.
Yeah, that's where my friend goes, so that's why I go with her. Otherwise, Mark and I have gone down to like 151st. It's like I don't know what it's called. I want to say a B&B. But
Yeah,
that's
the
not right.
B&B. Yeah, used to be the Palazzo.
It's like the family-owned one. They all have that little blurb of like, we're family-owned.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
And I'm like, but the
Get sympathy
AMC is cheaper
purchase.
because for Mark and I, for a matinee, it was like $16, whereas if we went to the B&B, it was like $20.
For one movie?
For two. I said if Mark and I go.
Oh, okay.
So it's like closer to $8, and you don't have a matinee like discount. Whereas the AMC does a matinee $5 discount, or you get a 5-finger discount. Either way.
Giggity.
But yes, no, I saw it. What did you think about it?
It was a Hollywood blockbuster. I mean,
Good way, bad way, just
no,
meh.
It was fine. I mean, it's a good movie. Go see it, have fun. But like, there's no meat to it. This is the end of a generation. That's what this movie is. If they make another Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I probably won't go see it actually, because they already ended it with this, in my opinion. There's nothing in this movie that says there's only one thing in this movie that says they can do a spin-off, but the spin-off characters that they would do a spin-off with sounds horrible, sounds awful. But yeah, this group is done, and with Infinity Wars coming up and Ragnarok coming up, most of these people are supposed to die anyways. So
Spoiler alert.
no, that's not spoilers. That information's been out since the 70s.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, see, now you know. Read a book, a comic book, a graphic novel, perhaps.
I was gonna say, I'm like, read a book. Okay. No, I liked it. I mean, I just liked the fact of how witty it was. I really thrive off that. It was funny.
You know, honestly, I thought the jokes were better in the first one.
Well, I mean, I won't disagree with that.
It was funny all the way through. That's great.
And it didn't even get very serious. And when it did,
No.
they added more funny to it. So
The villains in this one were weak.
Agreed.
They were just.
And that, I mean, I don't think they were meant to be. That's what I'm like, it wasn't taken, like, they didn't take themselves seriously in the movie, and that's what it was, just a happy-go-lucky movie.
No, I'm not saying, like, take it seriously. I'm saying, like, they weren't an actual threat. Ever.
No.
Like, not in, like, any other Marvel movie.
Even,
where
like,
there's been
the
a villain
one...
where it's like, this one is crazy. Like, we're all really seriously screwed right now. And this one, they're just like...
Or even the
this.
main villain wasn't even, like, out for blood.
No.
The only thing that I got was, like, you knew, like, once you figured out how the ending was gonna go, or I guess who the bad guy was, it just continued to drag on.
No,
I just think the last hour, the last 45 minutes, I'm just like, okay, we know what's happening.
Yeah,
just end it already.
There was definitely a point where it just dove, and I
I'm
actually
just like, okay. I'm like, I mean, again, I really liked it. I just,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. We're done.
I went and saw the movie actually with codename Amaretto. And I remember looking at her at one point, and she was just like, she was over it. Mm-hmm. At one point, I try not to talk in the middle of movies. I talk enough. But I was like, hey, are you hating this right now? She's like, no, I like it. I was like,
she's a liar.
Because your eyes were telling me that you want to murder everyone in this theater right now. But no, she really liked the movie. She thought it was fun. She thought it was entertaining.
Yeah, I mean,
but I think she does a lot of things just because I say, no, I think this is cool. And I think she wants my approval.
So, okay, well, I mean, I liked it. I probably liked it more than you did, but at the same time, I'm just like, okay, I get it. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's be done.
Let's end this.
So. But I mean, honestly, like if there was another one, I'd probably go see it because of Chris Pratt. I'm just kidding.
You do you, boo boo.
I do think he's cute, but I don't know that it's worth watching another one.
Yeah, he's
We'll see what the previews are. We'll see what it looks like.
It's worth getting on, like, video on demand later. If there's another one.
I mean, it's
after
still,
this one. I mean, that's
still
why
worth,
when I would watch it. I wouldn't.
It's not movie theater material.
I say that, but I'll go see it anyways because I'm a goddamn hypocrite.
You do you.
Yep. Boo boo. Anyways.
You took my own saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. Speaking of healthy decisions.
Oh yeah.
That's a segue for our video audience there.
As you drink your Coca-Cola.
Now a visual for our audio listening audience. I've been doing the health advice from the last episode we did with the apple cider vinegar.
I mean, you say that, and I totally forgot that we talked about that.
Well, yeah, because we didn't go into it deep. But the Garcinia Cambogia.
Yeah, I was gonna say
oil,
next time you go, will you get me a bottle of that? Because I want that.
Some of those pills are. Well, this is like, I got this at Hy-Vee, and it was like $10, I think. But you just take 2 of those big ass horse pills, and
those are big.
Take it with some food.
Yeah, because
it'll like wreck your stomach. Well, also, like you'll be in the middle of like eating a meal, and all of a sudden you'll be like, I don't want this anymore. Like it's crazy.
Well, I think I've just found it interesting.
Like your appetite will disappear with those things. It's so crazy.
And I don't take that, but I know when I take a caffeine pill that has some of that in there, I've noticed how it just suppresses your appetite.
Yeah. So it's been pretty interesting.
I need to do the whole shot glass thing because I'm sick of diluting the vinegar.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what I'm like. This is awful.
Nope. I'm just like let's do the pain now.
That's how I'm probably gonna start doing it.
I do the shot and then I drink an entire glass of water and then my face just looks like I have the flu the entire time. Like just absolute pain in my face because it's awful.
But I think the weirdest thing since doing this that I can't really vouch, but my coworker noticed today, she's like, Katrina, I'm really impressed that, your portions have been very good lately. And I made tuna helper for like the last 2 weeks and I've been eating on it, but it's been lasting me the last 2 weeks because I've been portioning it out, even though it's in a big container. I've not been eating and gobbling it whole. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm doing well at work, but you should see me on the weekends.
Yeah. So I almost totally forgot this.
Okay.
And I don't want to forget this.
Lay it on me.
And I was going to pull up the story, but this is simple enough. I'll just say this and we'll move on.
Okay.
There's a man in Texas right now that is suing his date that he met on the Bumble app, which is one of my many get rejected apps that I use.
Was that the story you couldn't remember?
No. There's plenty of stories
okay.
I can't remember. He's suing his date because she was texting while watching Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Apparently, she opened her phone 10 to 20 times during the movie. And she's going to take her to small claims court to get his 1781 back.
I just find that so asinine. Like, you are going to spend more money in attorney's fees and court fees, which, quote unquote, she would have to pay if she lost, to get your $20 back.
Well, that, or you can get, I'm guessing he was going to just do this on his own, because you can do that. You don't have to have a...
Well, that's,
yeah,
you still have court fees.
Yeah,
I'll give you that,
so
but still, that's another $20.
It's dumb on dumb, but I hate stupid, frivolous lawsuits, but this one just made me giggle. Like, this gave me a good shine.
No, I
to
have
my
one
day.
similar to that. There is a HOA in the area, and by area, I honestly have no idea, in the 30, 40-mile radius. Mm. And... for whatever reason, there is, correct me if I'm wrong, an HOA board that makes decisions and decides this stuff. And whatever there is, like half of these people are trying to go against the board president, but the board president still owns like empty lots. And so he still trumps them. And he's suing them and trying to raise their HOA fees. And he called them a coup. Because all of the rest of the actual development wants to go against him and have made a new council and a new like group to make decisions for their HOA. And yeah, he's suing them and calling them a coup.
Was the coup a problem?
Well, the coup simply just disagrees with him.
Oh, okay.
And he's kind of lone man on the hill.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's way more to that story, but that's the cliff notes of it. It was just ridiculous.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, people sue for all sorts of reasons.
Yeah.
There sounds like there's more money involved with that one. But.
Well, yeah, and I think he's the actual he's the developer on top of that, which is how he owns these like empty plots, and so his vote still quote unquote carries more. But they're just like, screw you, we don't want you.
Yeah. Shenanigans. Anyways, Katrina, I believe you had a story that you want to share.
I do. So I tweeted.
So unsure about this already. Just like
no, it's just because I want this story to be like super lighthearted and kind of like. A big F.
We're about to ruin your day. Welcome to High Hopes.
But at the same time, I still want it to be lighthearted and whatever. So I tweeted you earlier this week about a show, Tupac, as Seth put it, a show topic of like how to let go, how to move on, how to not care, blah, 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 ramblings. Mm-hmm. So I have, which like I said, you're going to know who this is. We've talked about this before. I have a friend who lives out of state, comes to town frequently, but never lets me know. Oh, right. Or she lets me know while she's here. Yeah. So
it's funny. Before the show, you said you're gonna know who I'm talking about the second we get into it.
I know because I have to preface.
I honestly, at the time, had no idea, and now I know exactly who you're talking about.
Exactly, because I was like, give me a nickname, and so we're going with Skeeter because his dogs. So Skeeter and I are Snapchatting, and she's in town for graduation. Cool, no big deal. And then all of a sudden, she's like, "Hey, can you sneak away later?" And I'm like, one, it's just Mark and I, so there's no sneaking away.
Well,
and two, if you don't want Mark to come, that's cool. Just say, hey, do you want to come out by yourself later? Cool, I'll come out by myself.
She wants a danger element to everything.
Well, then I'm like, we're not attached to the hip. It's not like he has to come with me everywhere. Obviously, he's not here with us now, is he?
I don't know.
Okay, so he's not. Point being,
little R.
And so I'm just like, okay. And then I was like, how long is this gonna, when do you want to go out? Because I got to shower. Like, I'm grunging it on a Saturday. So
grunging it.
She lets me know. She's like, oh, it'll be like 9-ish. I was like, perfect. I'll jump in the shower. So I go jump in the shower. I didn't even bother to get ready because she's notorious for like bailing or not letting me know or whatever. Right. And so I wait around. I'm not texting her, which I could technically text her. Let's be real. I can be like, hey, what's going on? I'm ready. And I'm past that point. And so it's 10 o'clock rolls around. I think I tell Mark, I was like, okay, I'm going to give it till 10:15. If I don't get anything, we're going to go to bed. We ended up watching a movie. I think it was like 11 o'clock before we went to bed. I woke up 1, 2 o'clock, and I checked my phone on my way to the bathroom. And I got a Snapchat and a text message.
At what time?
12:45.
Nice.
Saying, hey, I'm at Power and Light, but I'm going to be in Westport later. Come meet us. I'm like, it's
12:45. Like,
it's fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. By the time I get there, it's 1:30.
Yeah.
It's 1:30. I'm not even going to be allowed in the bars. Let alone you're not going to answer your phone to then actually meet up with me. Let's be real. Who the fuck do you think you are? Sorry.
It's okay.
That's my only preface. So that's from just like, I mean. And it's been going on for a long time. Like, this is why Cameron knows about it. Because I'm just like, every time you come to town, you don't let me know. Every time you come to town, you leave. You're like, oh, I was there, blah, blah. Or like, oh, let's hang out. And then it's always bar related, which I'm fine with if you would actually give me quality details so I can join. Or it's like, oh, yeah, let's really use some bonding time. And then it's still like a group of like you and your 10 closest friends. Yeah. Like, okay, cool. I'm really glad I'm here right now.
Yeah. So what are you going to do? I feel like we've come to a point where it's like, it's been a while since we've had a problem with Skeeter.
Exactly.
But now it's revamped.
And so this is where I'm at.
What are you gonna do now?
I thought about it that night, which I'm like, I can't do this right now. I'm too emotional. I need to go back to sleep. But the next morning I was like, yeah, it's really great for me to come hang out with you when you text me at 1 o'clock. But I mean, for the most part, I'm done. Like, if next time she invites me or tries to say anything, I'm just like, that's cool. I'm not interested. I don't plan on responding. I don't plan on doing anything. And I mean, she is getting married soon. I doubt that I'm going to be.
What?
Yeah.
Skeeter's getting married?
Yeah. I don't think I told you that. And for the longest time, I was like kind of hung up, but like, I'm going to get.
2018.
I'm going to, I give a little bit longer than that. That I was going to be in her wedding, but I'm definitely past that point that I'm going to be in her wedding, which at this point I'm like, I don't care. I'm done. Like, I don't. You've done it to me enough. Obviously, you don't care enough to actually spend quality time with me one-on-one, whether that's, and again, whether you have an issue with Mark or not, that's fine. You can still come.
Yeah.
You can still just say, hey, let's meet up. I want to see you. And fucking be honest. You don't like Mark, just say, hey, come alone. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, then again,
it's not like Mark wants to go anyway.
Right, exactly. And then here's my next thought to that. I say you block her on literally everything. Block her cell phone number, block her on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
And I thought about that, but I'm like, that to me is like opening a can of worms.
How? How's she going to contact you then?
Well, I mean, that's true. She
can't.
can't.
Place.
Well, she would have to know where I live.
Exactly, and she doesn't talk to you enough. You're only causing yourself more pain further down the line by allowing her to even contact you.
Sorry, just how serious you got. And I was like, I want this to be lighthearted, Cameron.
No, it's not though, because like you're just gonna get annoyed. Like this is a conversation we're gonna have in 2 months. Same conversation.
No. I mean, and I can see why you think that because of how much we've talked about it. But I'm really done. Like, I mean, when she told me like, hey, let's go out at 9, I was like, yeah, sure. I took a shower, but I needed to shower anyway. Let's be real. But I didn't get dressed. Yeah. I didn't put makeup on. I didn't do my hair. I was like, because I knew she wasn't going to text me. Yeah. That's why I was like, well, I'll give her to 10:10. I'll give her to 10:15. And then I was like, nope.
I'm just saying, this sounds like a conversation we've already had.
It is. It's not one that I've done on air, so I think that shows something too.
Are you sure it's not one we've done on air?
I'm pretty sure we haven't been, because I never wanted to.
Oh, that's right. Well,
because I didn't want to bring up drama. And I mean, yes, of course. There's no way for her to then reach out and contact me if I block her. Yeah, but at the same time,
she likes the abuse.
Why go through the hassle of blocking? I don't care. I'm over it. I really just. I do feel like I'm over it.
I'll wait for the next. Well, then just like make sure that there's no reason for it to ever come up again. That's a great thing about blocking people. You only just have to do it that one time instead of getting messages for the next 4 years.
I'll do a compromise.
Okay.
Which I already planned to block her from my Twitter. Mm-hmm. Which in tune would be several other people, which is fine because I don't care. And then my Snapchat.
Okay. But you're still friends on Facebook.
She doesn't show up in my Facebook. I don't follow her. I don't comment on anything.
Well, I know, but like if she can't reach you there, then she can just get you on Facebook.
Well, but she doesn't ever actually directly Snapchat me. I think the only reason she Snapchatted me was because I sent the post about us moving, and so then she was like, "Oh, you're moving. You're
So
about
the
a
only
house,
time she
blah, blah,
ever
blah."
gets in
So
contact
she
with
responded
you is
was
because
when
you reach out to her.
I think so. That's definitely what I'm seeing, because that's the only reason she told me she was in town was because I'd Snapchatted her.
Well, then I say you block her across the board just because that stops you from seeing her.
That makes sense. I mean, but she doesn't show up in my Facebook, and I don't seek her out, which I know all the more reason. Why don't you just delete her? I made a compromise. Damn it! Let's just leave it at that.
All right.
Oh no, I'll make a promise. Let's put it that way. I make a promise. If I bring this up, whether on air or off, so that'll be up to Cameron. He'll call me out on it. On air or off, if I bring this up again in a like I'm upset kind of way, or like, hey, it happened again.
No, I'm waiting.
Then I will let you delete her from my Facebook, my phone, and everything else.
See, you know what's going to happen, though, is that I feel like I know you just enough that there's going to be a moment where you're going to go, dang it! And then one day you're just going to be fuming, and you won't tell me why.
Oh, because I'm going to be mad at you because you made me do this?
No, because
I want to tell you, but I can't?
No, you don't want to be wrong.
Oh, well, I mean, that's true. I do hate being wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I hate being wrong with a passion. But yeah, I mean, I guess what is your take on that? Like, if I tell you it happens again, or like,
I would just say, I mean,
because I know obviously he doesn't want to give me this like compromise.
Just for sanity's sake, I just say, yeah, do whatever you
Cut
can
the cord
to,
now.
to just end it.
But and I think okay, but
But you live states away too, so it should be even easier.
I'm so damn curious. My biggest thing that I think I will admit that I can't let go, that I'm holding on to is, and I know it's not going to happen, and I do know this is not going to happen, but I'm curious at this point, like, am I going to be in her wedding, or am I even going to be invited? I don't think I'm going to be in her wedding. I'm almost positive.
Why would you want to go?
No,
She's
but
so
that's
shitty
just, no,
to
that's
you.
just it. That's just it. I don't want to go at this point. Like, no, because the reason I brought that up, that if she were to ask me to be in her wedding, I don't think I would want to do it. I will admit, I didn't say I wouldn't. Because I am a girl and I'm prideful. Because I've only been in one wedding. I have no friends. My life sucks. Like, I want to be in weddings and have all these wedding photos of being a bridesmaid. And I'm just that shitty girl that's not. I've been in one wedding and it was not that great.
God. See, and it's so,
I'm a girl. I know.
It's so funny.
Okay.
I was just reading an article not too long ago that was talking about how as we get older, it's actually easier for us to cut ties. Or, well, actually, no. Sorry.
Well, it's easy. You just grow apart.
I got that backwards. As we get older, it is harder for us to cut ties because when we're kids, we're making friends, we're meeting kids all the time. So it's like, what? You don't like the color of my shirt? Bye, Felicia. But then, like, we get into our third... Felice, as you like to tweet. But as we get older, it's just like it's so difficult for us to let go of people.
Well, that's because you're not meeting new people.
Exactly,
you're not making those new acquaintances. It's like, I've got moving forward to bigger and better people. It's moving forward to no one and Mark. Like, I love it. I just make fun of the kid.
You know, like as we get older too, like there's always that like little seed of just like hate and anger for all of humanity. And it's so much harder to like just like go out to someone and be like, hey, how's it going? You know, like, nice to meet you. My name's so-and-so. You know, you have kids too? Great. Fantastic.
Let's be friends.
That doesn't happen because then you start doing that stuff and the dude's going to be like, the fuck? All right. Great. Gonna go back to looking for bananas at Whole Foods. Like,
get out of here. Kids, run the other way.
Run, children. It's a pedophile. I'm just
I'm going
to do that in general. I'm just going to scream it. Well, I won't have kids around me. I'll just be like, kids, run. It's a pedophile.
Allison, where'd you go?
So just me and another adult going, what the hell?
That's ridiculous. But that's my story
Got
because
big goals for the weekend now.
I do seriously, like, I can feel the difference, and that's where it's hard because I know you don't know the difference, and you know, like, oh, well, it's here goes the broken record. That's how I feel.
I'm the dumb one in this situation.
Shut up. Okay, that's my story.
Flieben, flabben, fluben. Anyway, so today's topic, with that in mind, actually, we'll leave that be.
Yeah,
how to step up to a challenge.
Yeah, Cameron.
And this has been something that I've been thinking about a little bit here that I just thought would be something good for you and I just to chat out, and our listeners can get involved with the conversation.
Chat out.
I'm gonna save that. That's how we're gonna start new conversations now. Just Katrina going, chat out.
To chat out.
Just not even like so like unmelodic. Just like chat out.
It's time to chat out.
Okay. I'm sticking with the first one.
I know, I can't.
But anyway, so
it's not going to happen again.
We're going to talk about this in just kind of like an open conversation setting. Feel free to hit us up on Twitter, at Queen of Podcasts, at Wolf1, and let us know what you guys think when it comes to stepping up to a challenge.
Or Skeeter.
Or Skeeter, if you're watching this, but I couldn't imagine
Tell me
would.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Tell me how much Cameron is right.
Good
Anyway,
job.
you're welcome.
Skeeter, do that, actually. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, that
You'll
won't
get
happen.
retweets from me. Anyway.
Anywho, so stepping
she
up to
won't
a
see it.
challenge.
Stepping up to a challenge, like, what's the first thing to do? Like, you've got this obstacle. And, so, I mean, like, for example, personally, I've got these obstacles that come up all the time. And some of them bigger and bigger, especially as life goes on. It's just like you find yourself in situations where it's just like, all right, something has to be done. I've got to do something about this. Otherwise, where's my movement forward, Because going backwards isn't an option. Staying at the same plane just feels like you're wasting away, to me at least.
Well, yeah.
So how do you step up to take on doing more in life?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, well, here's my thought. First thing first.
Well, yeah, you can't sit around and watch Netflix. That's
It's
it.
very true. You can't
That's my
sit around
problem.
and watch Netflix. You
It's how
can't
I'm-
do the same thing every day.
That's how you hashtag Team Fatty.
Exactly. I used to be a really big fan of, and I'm still a big fan of doing this, is every once in a while you got to give yourself a moment to just all of a sudden perk up and be like, I'm going to go do something today I've never done before. Sometimes that costs money. Sometimes that's just going to a park you've never been to and just walking around. You may hate it. You may like it. But at least you did something different that day that allowed you to have a new experience and new, surroundings. And I think that helps move you forward.
No, and that also keeps you, I 100% agree with that because there's so much that like marketing just gets so, I don't know, blah is kind of the bad word. Not that I'm unhappy, but it's just the fact that like all we do is watch Netflix on the weekends or like, yeah, sometimes we go and we'll do some shopping or we'll go to the movies like this weekend, but it's still like not actively like going to the park or, going to some of the stuff downtown where they have different, whether it's Comic-Con or like Pompeii was in town and they had like exhibits or museums or like Old Town Shawnee and stuff like that. Like the festival type stuff. Like that's what you get, that new experience, and you bond and you like, and also keeps you from like, oh, I hate my life. I do nothing. My life sucks.
So number one, best thing to do, get some perspective. Check out the world around you. Get out and do something.
I like that.
Then once you get that time to kind of like get some ideas in your head, figure out what your challenges are. What's holding you from doing what you want to do?
I don't want to be alone.
Well, see?
That's a lot of it. Like, I don't like to go by myself,
Yeah,
and Mark
exactly.
isn't as extroverted as me, so I have to do it alone.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. 'Cause,
No,
I mean, like,
not at all.
That gives you the opportunity, even though we just literally talk about this being difficult, is that when you go out there and you find people that are possibly doing the same thing as you, you can start little conversations, even though if it's just like a, hi, hello, how are you?
But that's then
That's
how you
something.
meet new people.
That's connections with people. Because, like, whether, as much as we'd love to just live out in cabins for the rest of our days and do nothing, Skater, yelling for Skater and Cletus out the back door while he kicks some trash cans, sometimes it's a good idea to get out there and say hello to a few people.
And that's where, it's hard
So
at first.
find your challenges.
But it's
Maybe
going to get easier.
Eventually. It takes time. Like all
Hopefully.
things, it takes time.
Hopefully. Practice. Practice makes perfect, right?
Like making babies. Just practice.
Giggity.
Giggity, giggity, goo. Anyways, so yeah, get perspective. Practice. I think
You have to really make an effort, like a conscious effort.
You do,
to
and I think
that.
one of the ways that like helps me make a conscious effort to keep moving forward is I end up. This is something my mom says all the time, and I hate that it's finally sunk in to now it's something that I do. She started telling me this when I was like in junior high, and like angsty 14-year-old Cameron.
What was that?
No different than today.
Angsty 14-year-old?
Angsty. This awkward angstiness that is still me
Yeah,
today.
you probably were an awkward child.
And she used to tell me all the time, in order to get stuff done, I make a list. Something
my gosh.
stupid and simple as make a list.
I live for lists. I make one every day. I have one on an Excel spreadsheet.
I don't think I know a girl that doesn't love making lists.
No. Okay,
That's
so
so
here's
weird to
the
me.
thing though. Like for me, it's the accomplishment of crossing it off, saying that is done.
People
I
love
am
that.
done. But for me, it's really how I maintain and organize myself because my job and the tasks that are within that job, you've got so much going on that you have to make a list just to prioritize because you can get so overwhelmed with like what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And that's where you're able to say this needs to be done first. Or my personal favorite is what can be done the easiest and the fastest, and then I can cross the most often in a day.
Something I like to do because I make these lists now. Like I'm gonna make one for tomorrow so I can get certain things done throughout the day to make my work day feel like I've done something. Because when you work from home so often, it helps to make it seem like you've done something that day, and that list helps.
Not
so
Netflix.
like things that I put into my list to like help like break up the monotony and make me feel that I'm not just doing the great advice that my mother gave me. What I'll
Not
do
because of you, Mom.
No, exactly. Fight the power. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll add, great little things like, hey, is it 1:30 yet? You could do lunch. Or, hey, there's that cocaine in your drawer. Go do some cocaine. After you do the cocaine, take the dog outside. Don't snort the dog. Don't take the cocaine outside. Don't get that mixed up.
That's weird.
You just got to break it up.
I can't do that. Like,
because at some point you need to give yourself a break
I agree with that. I 100% agree with
by
that.
doing cocaine.
But I can't, like, for me, that's too constricting because it's like you're like planning out your day. Like, I'm going to wake up at 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, I'm going to go take a poop. At 10 o'clock, we're going to do some cocaine.
Well, no.
At 11 o'clock, we're going to be productive.
I'm not saying, like, time out everything. I'm just saying that throw in something. Because, like, sometimes, like, I'll write a list and it's like, turns out I can't do number 3 today because of
computer issues.
Something in 2 made it so 3 is not important, or I got an email about this, so I don't need to do 3 anymore. But at some point you need to put a point in your day where it's just like, all right, hey, because it's good for nobody for you to like just like go psycho for like 12 hours working, and then all of a sudden just like, because then like you feel like you got a lot done. But at the same time, you get that feeling. It's like, I didn't, like, do anything.
Because then it sets up a bad precedence for them the next day if you don't have as much to do. And they're like, well.
You start slacking.
And they're like, well, now I'm worthless. I didn't get anything done today. Yeah. Or it puts you in that mellow, like, oh, well, I don't need to do that. I did so much yesterday. I can take today off. And then, I can take tomorrow off, too. And
yeah. So setting up, for example, a list of how to conquer your challenges. And maybe you can get it done in a day. Maybe you can get it done in a week. Maybe this is going to take months. Well, if it takes months, maybe you need a professional of some sort. A psychiatrist.
No, professional organizer.
Professional organizer? Hire somebody. You can hire us. We'll organize stuff for you. It'll mostly say alcohol on it.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
I mean, we'll get it
Condoms.
done, though.
Yeah, we'll get it done.
We'll figure it out. I mean,
with
somewhat.
Alcohol and condoms.
Yeah.
What's the goal?
I don't know.
What are we doing here?
I think we derailed.
I taste pennies. Is anyone tasting pennies?
Did you almost just say I taste condoms?
I was gonna say copper, but pennies.
Okay.
What is that? Isn't that like you're about to have a heart attack? You start tasting pennies for no reason or something?
No, it's metallic. I think it's metallic.
Okay.
I got a taste of metal.
I'm losing my mind. Ah! It happened a long time ago.
That's what I was gonna say. It happened like at least 4 years ago.
At least 4 years ago, but thank God because now we have sponsors. Which, by the way,
so
those links down below. Click them, please. Thanks you. Buy stuff. What? So challenges.
How else do you step up to a challenge?
How else do you step up to a challenge? You gotta admit that it's there.
We have to. Yeah, and I was gonna say you have to push yourself. Like it's going to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
you
like,
kind of have to just accept that. Like this is
even after
uncomfortable, but that's because.
Yeah, I mean, even though you've already set yourself up to conquer this challenge,
Failure.
you have to like take time to be like, all right, this is how far I've come. How do I make sure that I'm actually sticking with
I drove
everything
here.
I've
Now
done?
I have to get out of the car.
Yes, which is the hardest part sometimes.
Yes. Doorknobs are tricky.
I've caught myself many a time in the last week or so because, hashtag Team Fatty, we're going to try to beat this. I've driven to Taco Bell at like 1:30 in the morning, gotten to Taco Bell, into the parking lot, and then turned around.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's impressive.
That's how close I've gotten. I've also done it to where, like, I sat in my car, turned my car on, turned it off, came back upstairs. I've done them all. I one time, I grabbed my keys, I walked out into the garage, walked out the garage door, walked around the block, went back upstairs.
No, I mean, that's where I've learned.
All in different order, by the way. I'm not getting better.
Specifically, yeah, not all in the same week.
No. Well, no, definitely in the same week. Just, not in a progressing order to where I'm doing better. Like,
gotcha.
Like, I made it to the Taco Bell, turned around. I got in my car, turned on my car, turned around. I just walked around the block. No. It was like...
Either way, he
out
ended up at
around
Taco Bell and he got some tacos. That's what happened.
No, I didn't get Taco Bell. That's the point there.
Oh, but I thought eventually you did.
No.
So, no, but I've learned, especially like when I'm eating dinner, because we're totally into this hashtag Team Fatty now.
Team Fatty. Portion control.
It's specifically, yes, portion control, but it's specifically like taking a break like after eating. And that's what's really hard for me because as soon as I get done with whatever we're eating, I immediately want like a dessert. I want a piece of chocolate. I want some ice cream. I want, like in this case, Mark and I have been eating a crap ton of cookie dough the last 2 weeks, which has not been great.
See, like, and I don't do that. I don't do sweets.
That's my hang up.
Yeah.
I mean, I want, and that's where I should probably buy just like those Lifesaver mints or something, just something small to suck on because I just want something sweet, and that's it. But for whatever reason, I can't do that. But I've noticed that if I take a break before I do that, it's easier for me to like, okay, I can talk myself out of it. If I do it immediately, then I'm like, then I just want more, and it's opening the floodgates and self-control.
Yeah.
But it's also, I mean, having more fruit on hand, I'll be more likely to go for like the berries or the oranges or whatever is at home.
Yeah, I think that's another big thing. The biggest thing you can do is to take time to think about what you're doing. Like, you've just eaten. Take that time to step away and be like, do I need cookie dough as a dessert?
No, never.
The answer's probably yes.
Always.
But taking that time to thinking
well, I mean,
could save you.
It's also like it's being going back to being very conscientious because I have made a specific point to always keep, like, I think for the several weeks I kept grapes and I'll probably take some clementines or something, like keep that stuff at work, and I keep, tomatoes and carrots and vegetables at work so that way I do have those healthy options and I'm less likely to like, let's go out for lunch, let's get chips and salsa, which is also always kept on hand.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's making sure I have those good varieties and then, taking leftovers so I'm not buying fast food or junk food. Even though Mark and I have a really unhealthy addiction to Witch.
Dude, I love Witch.
I do too.
I haven't been to
We
Witch.
get it every week. I swear we get it every week, if not twice a week.
I love Witch.
Which is also great because then I eat the leftovers. I just get a big sandwich and I eat the leftovers for lunch the next day. So I'm like, okay.
Anyway, so let's get away from this.
Sorry.
Team Fatty. We're trying to be better, Katrina.
Sandwiches are better than hamburgers and French fries, sort of. It's
a different kind of evil. But anyways, guys, let's wrap up this show.
No, don't go.
We gotta fight those challenges by not. We gotta maybe more time talking about food and less time actually eating the food is a good thing for us. Who knows?
And I mean, you have to be willing to accept that it's going to be uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, life
to
in
not
general
eat
is
it.
uncomfortable. So I mean,
that's
just,
hashtag
why not
truth.
tack it on? So anyways, guys, I think we're going to wrap this show up today. Thank you for checking us out week after week. Thank you for sticking around, all you new listeners. I was super nervous after we dropped off the top 100 list that people were just going to disappear. But a lot of you have stuck around, and that's awesome. That's why we have new special sponsors down below. It's just, that's amazing. I honestly, it's
weird.
It's weird. It is. Because, like, we've been doing podcasting forever, and there's never been like an actual thought where it's like, this could be something we do. This could pay the electric bill. Hooray! And right now,
I could get a cut.
Yeah, exactly. Something's telling me that we're in a good spot right now. So that's pretty sweet. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for helping us out. Make sure to check us out on Twitter at Wolf1. That's WOHLF, the number 1, and at Queen of Podcasts on Twitter. Katrina, any final thoughts?
Nope.
All right, so till next time, my name is Cameron. Y'all are some very lovely people. This has been High Hopes. We'll see you next time.
Toodles.